Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kurt Herbstreit. Kurt, let's get to the action on the field. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they'll get him down that time.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down, they load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough to get a first down there. And they'll use the ground game here. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
And the Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game that you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
They'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive and you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
They'll try to run this one in. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
So they start 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. You know the defense is going to be aggressive now. This offense has to be careful not to make a mistake here.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looking for his big tight end. He pulls in the catch. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the game scoreless.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package.
He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's across the 25. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Looking to pass here on second down. And he slings this pass over the middle. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
The pocket breaking down. And the sophomore making an impact play. And that is the kind of hard hit you expect to see, Kirk, in a rivalry game like this one.
When these rivalry games, players seem to play their best. And right now, they are flying around and putting big hits, especially when you can hit that quarterback.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last possession, they moved it down in the scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. Here comes a handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Nittany Lions have 1st and 10 here. And here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Penn State.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
The offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. Ball handed off. Gets some space around the 30. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And now to try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Breaking free at the 35. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
It's caught downfield. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. Got space, looking to score. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Brings up second and goal.
Ready?
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. They'll try a pass here. Caught near the goal line. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Only 11 seconds left in the half as they come up here on first down. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And there's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 14, set to kick this one away.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Now here comes the flea flicker.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Pass falls incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's going to take off. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his target, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Completion makes it second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
First down for the offense.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Handoff to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Caught quickly. Tackle made after the completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be four down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Can he get there on the ground? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Now, they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend and get across that first down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short. Good job by the defense at having awareness of space there and knew exactly what they needed to do to bring him down.
So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 43-yard attempt. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Penn State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Penn State, number 87, with the catch and score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Penn State, 14. Ohio State, 0.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Defense is coming after him. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback drops back. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Helm. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Looking to throw it on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. And he'll send this one to the right side after a lot of time in the pocket. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. Empty backfield now as they go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Penn State offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Let's it fly to the wide out. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Thompson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pulls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they get set now to try the PAT. The PAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense retakes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Now the 40. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He fires it. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throws it to the right. Pass caught. Can he get in?
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point up and good, so the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. State offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. And third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
The shotgun running play call. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
And looking to throw now on first down. And the completion made.
Wow, how about that, Chris? Nothing open downfield. He gets underneath to his running back, picks up some positive yards, but it's got to remember, they got to go quick.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And it's complete downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Number 25 in the end zone.
So following the touchdown, now the offense looks for the 2-point conversion to tie this game up late. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Set to kick off.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense will just take a knee. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean,